peace of mind over their valuables and facilities, more profit per unit. Our smart unit service is very easy to install for our facilities. Tenants of all ages love it because there's no app required. Storage Defender sends a simple text message whenever it sees motion to the tenants. We offer our partners a pay-as-you-grow service model and a complete marketing package to help them maximize their revenue. Reach out to us. Thank you.
Are you a self-storage owner or operator looking for service providers to help at your facility? Well, the Storage Business Owners Alliance, also known as the SBOA, has you covered. The SBOA is a premier online hub for connecting self-storage owners and operators to industry-leading products and service providers. We provide one-stop shopping for your business with exclusive offers to save time and money. At the SBOA, we believe by coming together, we help owners and operators grow revenue, gain purchasing power, reduce expenses, improve efficiencies, and increase profitability. We also offer many resources such as our conferences and self-storage unlock webinars to help self-storage owners and operators gain the knowledge needed to become more competitive in the industry. To become an SBOA member or to find out more information, please visit www.thesboa.com today. We can't wait for you to join the Alliance.
Good morning, self-storage industry. Welcome in, everyone. I see all of you putting your names and where you're from over in the chat. Please continue to do that with us today. That's where you can interact with us. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Jessica Johnson. I am the president of the SBOA, and we are so excited to have you here with us today. This is the conclusion of our webinars for quarter 2. Today, we're talking all about leveraging self-storage automation technology. We have some great partners here with us today. And stay tuned. We have more webinars coming up for you in quarter 3. We do these self-storage unlocked webinars twice a month. So if you're ever interested in being a panelist or participating in one of those with us, please reach out to me. We would love to have you here. Some quick housekeeping items for you. Like I had said earlier, I see all of you are chatting with us over there in the chat and comment section. That is where you interact with the speakers. Please ask us questions as we go along. Don't wait until the end. We will allow some time at the end for further questions, but if you have a question about something that someone's speaking about, please go ahead and ask that live. So, and again, like I said, we couldn't do these great webinars and bring education to the industry without our partners out there. So huge shout out to Storage Defender and Mark and his team for putting together today's content, and everything that we're doing today was driven by the Storage Defender team. So huge shout out to them. And without further ado, I'm going to bring Mark up so Mark can get us kicked off. Good morning, Mark.
Man, that last music, man, I was just dancing. I feel like I wanted to get up and when Rick joins, I think I saw him doing the electric slide across the screen here earlier.
I wouldn't put that past Rick Beal.
Well, Jessica, thank you for putting this together. As a community, what SBOA does is just awesome. I do want to just start by saying that, yes, certainly I am the Mark Series, CEO of Storage Defender. We started our company about 5 years ago, Nathan and I, co-founders, and we are pioneer of smart units as a service. We do a lot more of smart facility automation, and I'm really excited about this panel today. But I also want to do just a quick public service announcement for SBOA again. Like all this content, guys, you might be attending for free, but it's not free to create. There's a lot of work that's done behind the scenes. I get to see it. If you're attending here free, that's wonderful. Do consider partnering with Jessica and the organization. It's only $10 a month, and all that goes to helping her afford environments like this and also build amazing content. So just a quick public service announcement for you, Jessica, but I say we bring in the panelists.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. And just so everyone knows, we are running membership. You can become an enhanced SBOA member for free. We're running that promotion all summer long. And when you see that on social media or through our newsletter, it will give you all of the benefits. You get discounts on products and services that we sell and offer our partners like Mark and his team. You get access to education like this and all of our great content. We are a content machine over here at the SBOA. So, Mark, let's bring up your first panelist. We'll start with Jen. Let's bring Jen up from Storage Asset Management. Good morning, Jen.
Hi, good morning.
Why don't you introduce yourself, Jen?
Yeah.
Oh, great. So, hi, Jen Barraquero. I'm from Storage Asset Management. I'm the Director of Virtual Operations, which we launched officially on February 1st of this year. So it's been a whirlwind and amazing, and I'm really excited to be here. So thanks for inviting me.
Thanks for joining, Jen.
Yeah, thanks for being here, Jen. All right, next up, I have Darren Kelly from Rightmove. Good morning, Darren.
Hi, good morning, y'all.
So
we say y'all in Texas.
Darren, why don't you introduce yourself and Rightmove Storage to the community?
Yes, thank you, Jessica and Mark. It's an honor to be on this panel with the SBOA. What a great organization. And, Rightmove Storage, we've been around since 2013. I've been in the storage business since 2000. So I've been around longer than the SBOA, or about the same amount of time, I think. I remember when it was first starting. So, but yeah, we manage 3 million square feet or more now nationally, and also own a few properties and are building a portfolio, trying to become Sam someday. Anyway, yeah, we're really excited about this particular topic, and if you have any interest in third party, give me a call.
All right. Thanks, Darren.
Thanks.
All right, Jess, how about bringing in lastly, but definitely not least,
Yep,
Rick?
we're going to bring up Rick. Sorry, I was doing something. Yep. Last but not least, Mr. Rick Beal from Atomic Storage Group. Hi, Rick.
Hey, Jess, I get it. You're kind of easily distracted about shiny objects, so I understand.
I had a squirrel moment. I was watching the ticker.
Thank you so much for having me on here. Rick Beal, one of the co-founders of Atomic Storage Group. We are a management company out of Tennessee. We manage nationwide with probably about 130 assets under management right now. So I'm super excited to be here today, and it's a great panel. So yeah, this is gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely agree. And I'm going to bring everybody back up, and Mark's going to kick this off. And we have some slides to share with you that Mark and his team put together. So Mark, take it away. This is your show today.
Yeah, well, it's our show, right? We're a community, but I really am excited about these panelists that have here. Obviously, we at Storage Defender are heavily focused on self-storage automation technologies, but this is all about how we work together with partners like we have here, Rick, Darren, and Jen. And so, why don't we go to the next slide? I want to set the table, and then we'll walk through it. So when we talk about smart facility automation, while this is not a perfect capture of everything, I think of property areas. I think of technology choices that we need to make, interfaces ultimately to end users. We could also start with, I think of end users, right? End users are customers, but there are also a lot of other things. Let's go to the next slide. So for property areas, we might talk about smart access, entry and exit onto a property, for example. We might talk about smart zones, which are those areas across a property, the common areas. Of course, the moneymaker for all of us in this industry is the units itself, right? Smart units. I don't have it on here, but we're going to also talk about smart processes, smart workflows, right? That might not be a physical area. That's going to come out in our panel discussion. Now, when we talk about choices, that might be video and audio. It might be locks, motion activity sensors, environmental peril sensors. And again, you're going to hear today, tune in on certain workflow processes that have been automated by technology. You will hear that, and it came up in our review. Moving to the next slide, just digging in a little deeper. When we talk about end users, let's not mistake, like there's different end users to run our operations. Most importantly, of course, is customers. You know, they're paying all our bills, right? So our customers. But if you're watching this and you're a facility manager, it's important that we empathize with you. We make your jobs easier as facility personnel. Or if you're a call center agent, how can we streamline that and make it easier and more automated for you? Or if you're management overviewing your operations, how are we bringing those insights to you, right? Reducing your costs. So your end users, your stakeholders as well. And lastly, we can automate properties. Here's some of the examples of interfaces that we're looking at, whether it's mobile apps, conversational text like we use at Storage Defender for customers, web-based portals, or even QR codes. You're going to hear a discussion about the utilization of QR codes to automate. So these are some of the areas. And now what we're going to do, if we go to the next slide, we're going to really focus in on a panel into 3 areas, right? Maximizing customer experience and profitability, right? Especially in this market, Jess. It's all about tuning processes and efficiency because people are looking for profit now, right? There's pressures. 2, minimizing nefarious activity. 3, just again, improving overall operational efficiency. Jess, what are your thoughts on that build-up before we start getting into that first section?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a great build-up, and I think all of this is relevant, especially the profit side right now. You know, occupancies have been declining for many owners across the United States, so we're looking for other ways to kind of supplement some of that revenue. So I think all of this topical information is great. We obviously, you know, through the SSA demand study, and as we know, as owner operators, keeping our properties secure and safe is top of mind, not only for us, but for our tenants. And this is a great way to do that and deflect some of that nefarious activity that you were discussing. So I'm really excited for this panel. I think we're going to have some good information for the audience that's listening. And again, audience, just as a reminder, ask those questions to us in the chat section. And if we ask you a poll question, please respond in the chat as well. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, let's go look at the next slide. Jess, you referred to the SSA demand study. Here's the top 5 features in the study. 25,000 surveyed people, tenants, customers, a mix of mainly residential, but also business tenants. And the top 5 things, there's 10, but 5 that we focused in, believe it or not, are you advertising your pest control, right? Especially in Southern Belt states, drive-ups. Anytime access is a big one, right? People value and will pay for anytime access. Electronic gate access, so those 2 hold together. Humidity control, right? I just had a customer the other day that's talking about humidity control, generally affiliated to things like wine storage. And then, obviously, near and dear to our heart, storage units with monitoring. Okay, these are the 5 things that the demand study says customers are willing to pay for. Let's go to the next slide, and then let's start engaging our panelists now. So let me just start with this. Jess, let's just ask the panel, who charges for anytime access? Jen, do you guys at SAM charge for anytime access? And if so, what do you charge?
So for anytime access, for specifically 24/7 access, we do charge a $10 fee a month for the tenant. They can turn that on and off at their leisure. So let's say they only need it briefly because they're moving into their home or what have you. They can go ahead and turn it on for that month and then turn it off. As far as when I think about anytime access, though, I also think about them just being able to get in. For those locations that have, let's say, a manual gate where there's a lock or it needs to be opened or closed by an employee on site or someone visiting, that's not going to be what our tenants are looking for, right? They really want to be able to punch in a code or just have their phone automatically open the gate when they arrive on site.
Okay. Darren, any thoughts on 24/7 anytime access, and what are you guys doing there with smart access as well?
We don't currently charge for that service. However, we do allow that for businesses that are bonded or have an address and a business card, so we can have some record of who they are. And it is in demand, especially for businesses that need to get in really early for tool access and things of that nature. So yes, and the thing is, our with our only having smart units across the board, our tenants also have a lot of communication with their unit, knowing if it's open when they're not there and things. So we'll talk about it later. But yeah, we feel much more confident with the 24/7 access, having technology behind it.
Okay, Rick, any comments on 24/7 and charging?
Yeah, we do charge a fee for that, $20 for any additional stuff with some proof. I know sometimes operators, and I used to be that person too. No one needs to be there at certain times, but if you do need to get your Christmas decorations at 1 o'clock in the morning in July, you're definitely going to pay for it. So it's an additional fee, and it's something that some customers take advantage of, but more or less people can just get their stuff during normal access hours. But I also agree with a lot of things like Darren said with the smart access. Nowadays a lot of the access controls have Bluetooth capabilities, have a lot more capabilities than they have in previous years. So it's nice to see the advancements of those things happening now.
Yeah, and I mean, just from any one of you who wants to take this, of all the new features that are coming out with smart access, when we talk about smart access, folks, we're talking about getting